time and again we've been asked a question by our hosting customers as to why they should choose Tradebooster hosting and not other hosting companies. Well, I said let's take it up personally one by one by this video, and so let's just jot down some of the things that you as a customer need to keep in mind while, let's say, taking up a hosting package with any hosting company. Why only Tradebooster hosting for that matter? First of all, what you need to see is whether the product is right for your current needs. There are hosting companies which are probably offering you a terabyte of space, or let's say 600 gigs of space for about $5, $10 a month or something. Do you really need that much of space? 600 gigabyte of space is practically more than 2 times your even current hard disk. Just for a single website, I don't think that's really needed. So whether you have, if your current requirement is a GB of space, and whether you have 600 gigs or let's say a terabyte of space or whatever, it really doesn't make too much of a difference as long as your current need is satisfied by a gigabyte of space. So whether the product is right for your current needs or not, that's the most important question. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is whether the hosting company offers you an option to upgrade your current package from, let's say, whatever, 1 GB to 2 GB or 5 GB or let's say 10 gigs or whatever may be your requirement further down the lane. That's one of the most important things that you need to keep in mind. Next, what you need to see is how reliable is the hosting company, how long has it been in existence, how many customers does it have. For example, if there's a hosting company which has no credibility, probably just started about 6 months back, that's of course less reliable than a hosting company which has been in business for the last, let's say, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years for that matter. So obviously it makes more sense to go with a more reliable and a trustworthy and an old hosting company which is like credible. And lastly, what you need to see is what is more important for you as a customer. Whether you want to save a few dollars and, let's say, have inconveniences throughout your hosting period, or whether you just want to pay a few more dollars and have a smooth, functional website, email throughout the hosting period. Maybe it may be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever hosting package that you've chosen for. I have seen so many instances where people have actually switched over from us and they've gone to some other company. I would not like to name them over here, but 5-6 months down the line, and they've probably, or let's say even 1 year down the line, they've come back to us and saying that they had a terrible experience with that company as far as service is concerned. So I think it makes more sense to go with the company which offers you support right on the phone, just not ticket-based support, or let's say even if they have phone support, the only thing that the customer service representative does is just take down your request and give you a ticket number. What use is that practically? You can just simply write an email and get a ticket number. So there's absolutely no point in calling a call center and then just taking a ticket number, and then the technicals would then probably take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and then probably respond to you over the ticket. With us, Tradebooster Hosting, if you subscribe, you get connected right with the guy or whoever is going to service your request. So it is the technicians at our end who actually service a request and not a typical customer service representative. So prima facie, 3 things that make you choose Tradebooster Hosting. 1, we have a quality product. We have a product that suits your needs. Even if we don't have a product that suits your needs, we may customize it for your requirement. We may have a 5 gig package as the topmost package, but let's say your requirement may be 10 gigs, so we may obviously customize it for your requirement. Second, we've been in existence for the last 10 years or so, and have been servicing customers throughout this period, and there have been customers who've been with us since inception. And lastly, of course, when you call somebody at Tradebooster Hosting, you get connected right with the guy who actually services your request. So there is no typical waiting or ticket number or something, unless and until the request is of such nature which cannot be really attended by a level 1 technician. So obviously then he has to take down your request and give you a ticket number and then get back to you within the due course of time. So I think that kind of answers most of your questions as to why you should choose us as your hosting provider. Thank you very much, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Bye.